Humble obeisances, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashomati Priya Devi Dasi from Cincinnati.
Hare Krishna, Yashomati Priya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and chanting so nicely early morning and mid morning, giving your association. Welcome to the call, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharika Mataji. Oh, glories Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharajis. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devi Dasi from Raleigh. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day and blessing all of us with your sweet association. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my pranam. My pranams to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. This is Sundarangi Radha Devi Dasi from India.
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Radha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your association every single day, and all glories to your wonderful services. Welcome to the call. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna. Please accept my pranams. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all you wonderful, wonderful servants of the Lord. This is Sri Isapanishad Dasi. Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Shreya Upanishad Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining and blessing all of us with your sweet association. Welcome to the call, Mataji.
Jai.
Hi.
Hare Krishna, Vanita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indulekha Karna Devi Dasi from Milcom.
Hare Krishna, Indulekha Karuna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining, and all glories to your wonderful services. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves?
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Guru Maharaj. This is Shamaguri Devi Dasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna, Shamagauri Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining, and all glories to your wonderful services to the group. Mataji, welcome to the call.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you and all the devotees. All glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to Ashramali. This is Mohini Lakshmi from Detroit.
Hare Krishna, Mohini Lakshmi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining. Mataji, were you not joining regularly, Mataji, or I missed to hear your name?
No, Mataji, I went to India, so.
Oh, that's why. That's why I was missing your name. Thank you, Mataji, for joining back. Welcome back.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Jivana Gaurahari Prabhu to enlighten us on the topic of glories of Sri Sitadevi, Janava Devi, Rukmini Devi, Paramesvari Das Thakur, Radha, Ramana Dev, Madhavendra Puri, Srinivasa Acharya. So we have different festivals also today we are celebrating, and then also we have some glorification of Sitadevi and Janava Devi. It's very beautiful topic for today. Before we hand over the call to Prabhu, I can read introduction if Prabhuji is not there here. Okay. His Grace Jivana Gaurahari Prabhu was associated with ISKCON for 22 years, disciple of His Holiness Radha, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. He is a sector leader of South Chennai zone with more than 25 Bhakti Vrikshas. Every year he takes hundreds of devotees to Mayapur and Puri. Professionate in Tamil with his articles getting published regularly in Tamil BTG magazine. His online Tamil classes on Chaitanya Leela attracts numerous devotees worldwide. And Prabhuji's classes are wonderful. He takes us online yatra, not only virtual, not only in-person yatra, online yatra also Prabhuji does us very nicely. We are so grateful to Prabhuji and we are happy that Prabhuji is there today on the call. I think Prabhuji is not yet joined, right, Mataji? We can wait for Prabhuji to join. By then I can chant.
Yes, Mataji. But he's not normally late.
Yeah. That's why I did not keep ready also introduction. Luckily, I got it in few seconds.
Yes, Mataji.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Prabhuji does not like to put the introduction also. His services are so glorious. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for joining and enlightening us on the topic of so many topics, Prabhuji, and also today's all festivals you are covering, Prabhuji. Very, very grateful to you. Over to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chanda Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chanda Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chanda Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna. I offer my respectful obeisances to all the assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. So I am here at Srila Mayapur. So I am very happy to have the satsang of such glorious devotees who have come here to hear about the glorious pastimes of stalwart Vaishnava Acharyas. So first we will be hearing about the glorious pastimes of Janava Devi. So we all know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has incarnated in this Channakali to distribute free love for Krishna, Prema Nama Sankirtan. This Vraja Bhakti is not given by any other incarnation before. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is distributing it freely, without charging anything. He is completely intoxicated with pure love for Krishna, and he wants to give what he is experiencing. That's why he is called as magnanimous. And similarly, Mahaprabhu's followers, they are also completely intoxicated with this Prema Nama Sankirtan. And they also want to distribute what their master, they desired, so that the fallen, hopeless, conditioned souls, they can gain. Because anything we speak in this material world, ultimately, at the end of the day, they used to ask, what is the gain for me? What is the benefit I am going to get out of it? So this is actually ocean of bliss, and Mahaprabhu experienced that, and he is also inviting all of us to join in his eternal pastimes. So our parampara, especially the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, is very distinct from other Sampradaya, because here the intimacy with which one can experience with the Supreme Lord is given so freely. That's why this intimacy with the Supreme Lord Krishna, this intimacy cannot be experienced with any other form of the Lord. So that we have to appreciate on the outset. And or else actually these stalwart devotees, the Janava Devi and also Sita Thakurani, and then Gopala Bhatta Goswami and the Sat Goswamis of Vrindavan, they have written so many literatures and they have propagated the holy name. So for what purpose? The purpose is very distinctly defined. That's it's a pure devotional service to Krishna, and that also Vraja Bhakti. So Janava Devi, we all know that she is the stalwart Vaishnava Acharya in our Sampradaya. She didn't claim, but she was controlling the entire Gaudiya Vaishnava society, and she demanded respect. And Prabhupada used to say that she was a perfect devotee coming in our disciplic succession. She is none other than the consort of Lord Nityananda. So we'll be hearing about the glorious pastimes of Janava Devi, because we are all inspired by the mood, by the dedication, by the compassion, by the sincerity, and more importantly, the intensity of the mood which they expressed is amazing. It actually gives us enthusiasm and also inspiration, how they have dedicated their life completely in propagating the holy name. When there was the time demanded that there was some voidness in the sampradaya that someone has to lead, and at the time Janava Devi took the lead role. So Janava Devi and her sister Vasudha, they were born to parents Surya Das and also Bhatravati, and they were residing at Shaligram, which is not far from Ambika Kalna, and there actually the eternal consort. So they were just waiting when Lord Nityananda would come there to accept their lovely hands. So Suryadas Sarikal, so he was also dreaming about Lord Nityananda. In the dream, he was able to have a vision where in both the left and right side, Janava Mata and Vasudha were standing, and he could immediately visualize that it was same Balaram with Revati and Varuni. He didn't convey this dream to anyone, but on the next day, Nityananda Prabhu happened to come here on the order of Lord Chaitanya to preach in Bengal. But initially, he was feeling reluctant to give his both daughters to Lord Nityananda. Again, by the illusion of the divine energy. So he was contemplating more about the Varnashrama Dharma, especially he was more specific about the caste of Lord Nityananda because he is an Avaduta. So there was some initial reluctance, but some pastimes happened that Janava, she actually fainted. She fell unconscious hearing about the arrival of Lord Nityananda, and she was in almost in a coma condition. So at that time, Suryadas Sarikal brothers, they were just discussing among themselves, Gauridas Pandit, Narasingha Chaitanya, Krishnadas Sarikal, Jagannath, Damodar. They were discussing about themselves that if Janava Devi comes to life, then we should hand over our daughter to Lord Nityananda. Nityananda was staying in a nearby banyan tree. He was sitting under the beneath of the tree, and then he was called. And when Lord Nityananda came to the house of Krishnadas Sarekal, where to the house of Suryadas Sarekal, then immediately just by smelling the aroma of Nityananda's transcendental body, she came back to normal condition. She felt shy, and then she went inside the room, and then it was discussed that marriage should happen, and then the marriage took place at the house of Krishnadas Sarekal, who is the brother of Suryadas Sarekal. So actually they were residing at Shaligram, and that's near to Ambika Kalna, where Gauridas Pandit later shifted. So the marriage happened in the spot. So in Chaitanya Bhagavat, it is beautifully mentioned how Lord Nityananda married Janava Devi. And then these marriage pastimes also we can see there. And then how Lord Nityananda, first he married Janava, and later, similarly, like a dowry, he also married to Vasudha. So such pastimes happened here. It was the talk of the town. And the most important, astonishing thing is that the marriage of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, it was arranged in a human tradition. Generally, actually, the denizens of heaven, such functions, it will be very tumultuous, joyful. But here the Supreme Lord, who appeared in this earthly planet, they married according to the customs of human society. So in that way, actually, it was joy not only to the human beings, but also to the demigods. So Nitai's marriage. So they were all, again, air traffic happened above Shaligram, Ambika Kalna. So all the demigods along with their consorts, so they were witnessing such glorious pastimes. So here we can see actually in Ambika Kalna, where Gauridas Pandit resided, we can also see the Murti of Suryadas Sarekal along with his two daughters, Vasudha and Janava. So, glorious personality. So, Brahma and Shiva, they are all hankering to take dust from the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. And see how fortunate is Suryadas Sarekal. He became the father-in-law of Lord Nityananda. And he is Kukudmi in Krishna Leela, father of Revati and Varuni, the same personality. But sometimes due to the illusory potency, there was a temporary illusion made that he forgot the identity of Lord Balaram. And later when it was revealed, he was so joyful to hand over both of his daughters to Lord Nityananda. So Janava Devi happened to be the eternal consort of Lord Nityananda. And after marrying Nityananda, she was traveling to many places along with Nitai. So, Balaram, Nityananda Prabhu, even before marrying Janava Devi, he revealed his identity to the residents of Shaligram, especially to Suryadas Sarekal and to Gauridas Pandit, his Sadbhuj Murti form. So they were very happy. They were very happy to see the Sadbhuja Murti form of Nityananda. And later, after knowing the identity, he was very joyful. And in this way, the eternal consort Vasudha and Janava, they were traveling to many places before they finally settled at Karudaha. So this is Nityananda Prabhu along with the two consort Vasudha and Janava. And this is actually the worshipable deities of Janava Devi. We can also see Janava Devi and Balaram along with Revati Varuni. So here they are displaying their pastimes. And this is actually Radha Shyam Sundar at Kardaha. He used to wear watch. Everything goes by time. Very punctual. Wonderful deity. This Kardaha is very near to Panihati. When you come on the way from Panihati to Mayapur, just 5 kilometers is Kardaha, Radha Shyam Sundar temple. They finally settled here, but before that they were traveling to many places. So after they got married, they came to Navadip. Sitadevi wonderfully received Nitai and also Janava Devi. And Sachi Mata kept Janava Mata in her lap. And then she was just pinching her cheeks. And then she was very happy because Nitai and Nimai, they both are transcendental brothers, and Sachi Devi used to consider them as her own son. And then they also visited Ambika Kalna, and then they also visited Shantipur. And Sita Thakurani was very happy to receive Janava Devi along with Nitai. And then a wonderful feast was provided. And Advaita Acharya and Lord Nityananda, they were joking with each other. I remember one time His Holiness Jai Pataka Swami Maharaj, when he was in Chennai, especially few months before the dual transport of transplant of liver and kidney, he was continuously laughing for 45 minutes non-stop. Continuously laughing for 45 minutes non-stop. The devotees were worried, apparently seeing the health condition. And he told, I am helpless, I am helpless, I am helpless. He was continuously laughing for 45 minutes. And after 45 minutes, the devotees inquired, what happened? Then he told, Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Prabhu, they were poking each other after seeing that I cannot control my laughing. So such pastimes also happen with our present spiritual master as well. So then actually Janava Devi, we all know that they were traveling to many places. She was all along staying with Nitai, helping each other. And after Nityananda Prabhu, he disappeared from this world. Janava Devi, she took up the leader role. But she never claimed that she was the leader, but she was the perfect leader. And then she happened to go to Keturi, because at that time Narottam Das Thakur, he arranged a big program at Keturi. So along with Janava Devi, Paramesvari Das Thakur, Narottam Das Thakur, Srinivasa Acharya, Shyamananda Prabhu, and all the second generation devotees, they all assembled there. And there was a big festival, Nama Sankirtan. Again, the show was led by Janava Devi. And after 45 minutes of Kirtan, a miracle happened. Lord Chaitanya, along with his associates, Haridas Thakur, and then many devotees who disappeared, they all appeared there. And then the devotees could visualize Nimai, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's eternal pastime. It was almost for one muhurta that miracle happened, because actually Janava Devi had the power and also the Nama Sankirtan power for Nimai and his associates to descend there. So such wonderful pastimes happened there at Keturi, and the devotees were very joyful. It was a big Vaishnava Sangha Mela. And from there, Janava Devi, she traveled to Triveni, she traveled to Kasi, she traveled to Mathura before coming to Vrindavan. So after Nityananda Prabhu's departure, Janava Devi, she was traveling to most of the Gauramandal areas. And finally, she came to Vrajamandal. For Gaudiya Vaishnavas, these two are the main area: Gauramandal, Vrajamandal, Vrajamandal, Gauramandal, Gauramandal, Vrajamandal. Both are non-different. So then after she came to Vrindavan. So in Vrindavan, she had nice association of Lokanath Goswami, Bhugarbha Goswami, Jiva Goswami was present. And then she had a nice association with Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, Krishnadasa Kaviraja Goswami. And then she had wonderful darshan of the main Goswami's temple at Vrindavan, Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan, Shri Shri Radha Govinda, Shri Shri Radha Gopinatha. And actually at that time, actually even for Govindji, he was there alone. It was Janava Devi who ordered Paramesvari Das Thakur to send Radha Rani's deity to be kept along the side of Govindji. And when she had darshan of Gopinathji, she was just contemplating the height of Gopinathji was more taller, and Radha Rani's height was little lesser, so the match was not good. So again, on the same day, she got a dream from Radha Rani that actually a small deity has to be made. And then one more deity was made. It was kept in the left side of Gopinathji, and the Radharani was kept in the right side. But when Pujari was reluctant to keep this deity in the left side, again Gopinathji appeared in his dream and conveyed that that new deity should be kept in the left side of the altar. And this happened when Janava Devi was visiting Vrindavan, and later when Janava Devi wounded up her final pastime, she entered into the left side of the deity because that is none other than Ananga Manjari, the sister of Srimati Radharani. So such pastimes all happen. So it was Janava Devi who ordered Radharani to be kept along Govindji, and again it was same Janava Devi who kept another deity similar to Radharani, the left side of Gopinathji, and she finally entered there. So we can understand how intimately she is serving Radha and Radha Krishna. And then Janava Devi, she was circumambulating the 12 forest of Vraja, Vrindavan, then Madhuvan. Then she also circumambulated Talavan, then Kumudavan, Kamyavan. Then she went to Bilvan, to Bhadravan, Bantiravan, to Mahavan, to Lohavan, to Kadiravan, and also to Bahulavan. These 12 forests. So this 12 forest is called as Vrajamandal. Vrindavan is one forest. The main forest is 12 in number, and there are many Upavanas, like Nikunjavana, Ambikavanam, like more than, to my knowledge, more than 50 Upavanas are there. Main forest is 12. Upavanas are like Adi Badri, Adi Kedar, and then Gangotri, Yamunotri, Haridwar. Those things all come under the exterior of Kamyavan, and that is all comes under Nikunjavan. So she circumambulated all those places. In Vrindavan, all holy places are there, whether it is Kanchipuram, Tirupati, or Rangashetra, Rameshwar, Kedarnath, Badrinath, all places, its origin is there at Vrajamandal. She had complete darshan of Vrajamandal, and she could visualize at Bahulavan how and Lord Chaitanya happened to pass through the Bahulavan. All the animals surrounded Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, licking his lotus feet. She could have visualization of those pastimes. So when Janava Deva, she was circumambulating Gauramandal and Vrajamandal, she was able to see, visualize those pastime, transcendental pastime. So in that way, she became very, very joyful, and she was also accompanied by many stalwart devotees, and whatever facility she needed, Jiva Goswami ensured that all the facilities it was meted out. And she also had a nice darshan of Govardhan, Haridas Varya. And after circumambulating Govardhan, Janava Devi came to the banks of Radha Kund. We all know that Radha Kund is non-different from Srimati Radharani. So at the time, one nice miraculous pastime happened. Janava Devi, she heard the sound flute of Krishna, and immediately along with Krishna, she could see Srimati Radharani accompanied by many Shakis. And just by seeing the form of Krishna, she fainted. She became unconscious for many hours. And then later, when the devotees were chanting the holy name, she came to external consciousness. And the place where she sat down, that place is called as Janava Mata Baitak at Radha Kund. So all these things, she had wonderful darshan. And after taking the complete darshan of Vrajamandal, she came to Ekachakra. So Ekachakra, Janava Devi visited for the first time after the disappearance of Nityananda Prabhu. So it was mesmerizing, Ekachakra Dham. And almost it was a deserted place, but only one old man was there. So he was accompanying Janava Deva to many places. Like when we go to Ekachakra, we see Jannukund, Kadam Kandi, Maureshwar Shiva, Bankim Roy deity, and also the residence of Hadai Pandit Padmavati. So that devotee, he was going there, and then revealing how Anita in his early childhood pastimes enacted those transcendental activities. And after some time, he couldn't speak anymore. He was just weeping. And Janava Deva told to his associates not to disturb him. Then he left off. Then Janava Devi, she stayed there at the house of Hadai Pandit Padmavati. She had the darshan blessings of Hadai Pandit Padmavati, and she also could see standing beside Nityananda Prabhu. And here only actually she was able to have darshan of all Nitai's her consort pastimes. Many pastime got revealed, so she was complete in trance. So whatever Nityananda Prabhu enacted, she was able to have complete darshan of those pastime. She joyfully spent there for more than 3 days, Ekachakra Dham Darshan. And then after visiting Ekachakra, then she came to Katwa. At Katwa, she went to Gaurangabari, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas from Keshava Bharati. And she also had wonderful darshan of Gauranga Mahaprabhu deity there. Wherever she went, actually, she was just only weeping. Actually, when we go deep into the pastimes, actually, it is very difficult to describe all those pastime places, because Mahaprabhu's Leela, we all know that actually even the stone would melt. It's only a matter of internal emotions. Prema Nama Sankirtan means actually floating in the ocean of ecstasy. And in Vipralamba, we all know that it reaches the epitome where one continuously experiences separation mood, but it gives the highest joy. So actually, only those emotions were enacted by Janava Devi whenever she visited all those pastime places, whether it's Gauramandal or Vrajamandal. She could just have darshan and she was only just weeping. The close associates and confidants, they were able to assimilate whatever mood and transformation she was going through. And then she came to Jajigram. Jajigram is the place where Srinivasa Acharya enacted his pastime, and also the Sripat of Srinivasa Acharya. So they are all very dear to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and also to Nityananda Prabhu. So she also came there. And from Jajigram, she again came to Mayapur, to Navadvip. So this was, once she came to Navadvip taking blessings of Sitadevi. And after Nityananda Prabhu's disappearance, when she came to Mayapur, there was no Nimai, no Nitai physically present. They were enacting their Aprakrita Leela pastimes. So only the fortunate souls could take darshan of those continuous pastime. But still, Janava, she could experience and feel the presence of Nimai Nitai there. And in that way, she was continuously weeping, weeping, weeping in ecstasy. It's not like the ordinary world weeping. Weeping in ecstasy, weeping in Vipralamba is the highest joy which a person can experience. And that Janava Devi, she was experiencing here. Again, she had association of Vishnu Priya and Ishan Thakur, like that. And she also had nice darshan of Shiva Sangan, but here there was no Shiva Thakur or Malini Devi. They shifted the residence from Mayapur to Kumarahatta, but she couldn't bear that separation. In Shiva Sangan, she was crying, crying and crying. Because actually the greatest pain which one can experience is the separation of devotees. When the spiritual master departs, when a pure devotee departs, it's natural that one is missing their association. And she was just only weeping in separation, but we can say that it's weeping in the highest mode of ecstasy. And she was also able to visualize all these Nama Sankirtan pastimes. And again from here, she went to Ambika Kalna. So here she had darshan of Gauranga Nityananda deities worshipped by her small uncle Gauridas Pandit. Suryadas Sarekal is elder brother, and his younger brother is Gauridas Pandit. So she stayed there, and then she served the deities wherever she went. Actually, she was the best cook. She used to cook, she used to personally offer, and she used to personally distribute. It happened not only in Ambika Kalna, this happened not only in Keturi, but in most of the places where the deities were there, she used to personally cook, offer, and then distribute the prasad. So whoever came in orbit of Janava Devi, they were intoxicated with Krishna Premsa. And wherever she went on the way, there were many miscreants, offenders, atheists. They were all delivered just by the glance of Janava Devi. And in one place when Janava Devi was stayed, actually the local devotees, they were all followers of Kali Devi, and they failed to give respect to Janava Devi, but Kali Devi appeared in their dream asking them to take forgiveness and also to get initiated from Janava Devi. So such pastimes also happened here. And here in Ambika Kalna, the Gauridas Pandit, he is just, he was also enacting many pastimes. He is Subala in Krishna Leela. And from there, from Ambika Kalna, she went to Adi Sabdagram, the Shripad of Udarana Datta Thakur. So she spent a time there. There is also one Triveni, Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati. So she spent a time there. And finally, she came to Kardaha. Kardaha was the place which Nityananda Prabhu chose to finally reside after their marriage. And whatever her experience she had in Gauramandal, Vrajamandal, Dham Darshan, she conveyed that message to Vasudha. And Vasudha's two children, one is Ganga Devi, got married to Madhvacharya, and his son Veerabhadra got married to Srimati and also to Narayani. So, and Janava Devi, she adopted one devotee called as Ramachandra Goswami, the grandson of Vamsi Vadananda Thakur. The flute of Krishna appeared in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela as Vamsi Vadrananda Thakur. So his grandson, she adopted. And one day, when Janava Mata was cooking in the kitchen, actually the sari veil, which was above her head, it started to slide down. And she was cooking. And at the time she was doing her duty. And in order to catch hold of the veil of the sari which was slipping below the head, two extra hands appeared, and it made the sari properly adjusted, and the two hands got disappeared. So this actually Veerabhadra Prabhu, who is none other than Sri Kasai Vishnu or the Paramatma, he could visualize that, and immediately he accepted Janava Devi as his spiritual master. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur also used to say that his spiritual master, Diksha Guru Bipin Bihari Goswami, comes from the disciplic succession of Janava Devi. So in that way, we can see that the both wife of Veerabhadra Prabhu, Srimati and Narayani, they also got initiated from Janava Devi. And there is one place called as Jirat. It's on the way from Navadip going towards Bandel station. That pastime places related to Janavi Devi is also there. So actually, what we can learn from Janavama is that her compassionate spirit, the eagerness to preach and to fulfill the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. Generally, when people get disturbed by problems, they are overwhelmed in that. But actually, when we walk in the spirit of the missionary mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whatever may be our lamentation of grief, that will disappear immediately. There is no doubt on that. So we should never consider that this is my problem, so I am overwhelmed by that. The problem is that, okay, let it be. But what am I going to do to assist the mission of Lord Chaitanya? Jare deko tare kaho Krishna Upadesha Amara Ajnaya Guru Hai Tarayi Desh. So actually Mahaprabhu instructed everyone to preach. He instructed everyone. So everyone to their capacity, whoever comes in their orbit, Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Koro Krishna Siksha. So you should tell them to worship Krishna, to chant the holy name, and to give the instruction of Krishna. And in that way, actually, we are doing a greatest service in which Mahaprabhu gets pleased the most. And in that way, actually, she was actually feeling the mood of separation, but still she was just enacting the missionary spirit, which is more important. Generally, when we go to the Supreme Lord or to the spiritual master, we ask for blessings. But what is their requirement? The spiritual master or the God, okay, let them be in their position. But what we need to do, what we need to assist them, in what way we can facilitate them for the missionary mood, that only should be our concern. In that way, we can get abundant mercy and blessings of Panchatattva and his associates. And all this experience, Janava Devi, she conveyed to Vasudha, to Veerabhadra, to Ganga Devi, and in that way, many devotees, they were very, very happy. And she had her final residence at Kardaha, where beautiful Radha Shyam Sundar deity is being worshipped. Then now we will be hearing about the glorious pastimes of Paramesvari Das Thakur. Paramesvari Das Thakur or Parameswar Das Thakur, both are one and the same. So in Hadi Leela, 11th chapter, 29th verse. Parameshwara Dasa Nityanandaika Sharan Krishna Bhakti Paya Tare Jai Kore Smaran. Parameshwara Das, said to be the fifth Gopala of Krishna Leela, completely surrendered to the lotus feet of Nityananda. Anyone who remembers his name, Parameswara Das, will get love for Krishna very easily. See, what is the statement given by Krishnadasa Kaviraja Goswami? Whoever remembers his name. The same thing only in Chaitanya Bhagavat, Vrindavan Das Thakur also says, just by uttering the Acharya's holy name, the whole universe gets delivered. But we are not able to visualize that. That is far beyond our conceivable, what we can say, to our limited understanding. Anyone who remembers his name, Parameshwara Das, will get love for Krishna very easily. Just by remembering Parameshwara Das, Parameshwari Das, they will get pure love for Krishna, Krishna Prem. That's why actually in Kali Yuga, we all should just remember, contemplate, meditate on the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his close associates. It should be a regular habit. Even if the heart remains to be hard-hearted, let it be. But when we do the duty of hearing such a glorious stalwart Acharya's pastime, it is sure to melt the heart. There is no doubt on that, and it will be tangible. And this doesn't require few more births, not even few more births. It is tangible. It is instant. So potent. That's why Chaitanya Bhagavat and Chaitanya Charitamrit, they glorify all these stalwart acharyas. One will get pure love for Krishna very easily. So Parameshwara Das. So actually, this devotee, Parameshwara Das or Parameshwari Das, he was very closely, intimately serving Janava Devi. Wherever Janava Devi went to Vrindavan, she was accompanied along with Parameshwari Das Thakur. And even the service of sending a Radha Rani to Govindji and also installing one more deity similar to Radha Rani along Gopinath was entrusted to Parameshwari Das Thakur. That's why there was one thing discussed. What is the most heavy thing in this world? So one was saying that sky is the most heavy. The other person was saying, no, it's the cloud, because cloud can cover the sky. Then it was said that not even cloud, because wind can actually disperse the cloud. So wind is more heavy. Then it was said that no, mountain can stop the wind. So mountain is more heavy. Then one person told, not even mountain, because the earth is holding the mountain. Earth is more heavy. Then the other person said, earth, who created earth? God. God is more heavy. Then another person said, no, it's a devotee, because actually devotee holds Krishna, the Supreme Lord, in his heart. So what is the most heaviest thing in this world is that the devotees, because they are holding Krishna in their heart. So such devotees are like stalwart acharyas like Parameshwari Das Thakur. They have Krishna, pure love for Krishna in their heart. They can easily give free of cost. There is no restriction for them. And they are completely empowered. They have their complete power of attorney to give pure love for Krishna. So actually no need to even lament, oh, I was not present during 500 years before when Lord Chaitanya, when Lord Nityananda enacted his transcendental pastime. The same pastimes are repeated in Chaitanya Mangal, Chaitanya Bhagavat, Chaitanya Charitamrit. We just only need to hear, contemplate and meditate. That is the only thing which we need to do. And this is actually the Sripat of Parameshwari Das Thakur is Antapur or Attapur, which is just 2 hours from Kolkata. And there we can see a beautiful deity of Radha Gopinath. And this Radha Gopinath deity was personally instructed by Janava Devi to Parameshwari Das Thakur or Parameshwar Das Thakur to install here at Attapur, or now it is called as Antapur. And along Radha Gopinath deity, Balaram is installed. When Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur had darshan of this deity, he told that certainly this Balaram deity would not have been installed by Parameshwar Das Thakur because it is Rasabhash. A person of that caliber would not have done that. Maybe the descendants after that, because Parameshwar Das Thakur was a close associate of Lord Nityananda. So for that, they might have installed a Balaram. But generally, we don't keep because it's complete. When we see technically, it is Rasabhash because Radha Gopinath mood, that ras mellow is different, and what the rasa mellow of Balaramji, it is also different, and we can also see darshan of Jagannathji. But this deity to be installed here was given to Parameshwar Das Thakur under the direct guidance of Janava. And then nice Nama Sankirtan pastimes happened here. And then this is actually the darshan of Radha Gopinathji. Here also we can see the deity name Gopinath was also kept by Janava Devi. She once kept the name, installed the deity Radha Gopinathji here. And we all know that actually she entered her final pastimes of Ananga Manjari, who was in the left side of Gopinathji. So Gopinathji is heart and soul of Janava Devi. And similarly, his her close confidant associate Parameswari Das Thakur also installed the same Radha Gopinathji deity. So this is a wonderful darshan of and this is also Radha Gopinathji, not only installed under the guidance of Janava Devi, her worshipable deity was also this, because she resided at Kardaha. And this place, Antapur or Attapur, is also not far from Kardaha. So she had nice darshan of Radha Shyam Sundar there, and she had nice darshan of Radha Gopinathji. And this is actually the Samadhi Mandir of Parameshwari Das Thakur. And also left side we can see the Shripad, the residence of Parameshwar Das Thakur. You can have in between two Bakula trees, the Samadhi Mandir is kept. There is two Bakula trees. A nice, wonderful place. One can chant the holy name peacefully and then pray here to such a stalwart Vaishnava Acharya, so that we can also get pure love for Krishna by their grace and mercy. So they are all born stalwart acharyas, and in that way, how Parameshwara Das, so he inspired many persons to take up pure love for Krishna. So here actually, when such Nama Sankirtan pastimes, it was happening one day at Sri Rampur. It is not much far from Attapur or Antapur. So the miscreants, what they did is that they threw a dead jackal in front of these devotees who are doing Prema Nama Sankirtan, because they actually want to insult such a Kirtan program. So at that time, Parameshwari Das Thakur, he put his glance on the dead jackal, and immediately it came to life. Not only the dead jackal came to life, it also started to chant the holy name, and after some time it fled away from the spot. So seeing such miracles, so those miscreants, they immediately fled from that place, because always there will be obstacles from Prema Nama Sankirtan. It will not be a smooth going affair. Whether it is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was giving free love for Krishna, the Buddhists, they wanted to insult him by giving him some unpalatable food. We all know that. And we all know that how Nityananda Prabhu was beaten in his forehead by Madai. And here also we can see he is giving pure love for Krishna, but they are throwing dead jackal. But again, for the foolish, miracles has to be done. Then only they will get some faith, And then they used to respect first. Initially, they would first they. But again, the main point is that they didn't take that offense. They didn't take that offense. They saw it only as an opportunity. Anyhow, the dead jackal came to live, and then it also get pure because it chanted the holy name in front of the presence of Paramesvari Das Thakur. Again, when jackal was being burnt under beneath the hole, Lalita Shaki took the jackal to Srimati Radharani. Radharani patted and it got transformed into a gopi form. So no Mangalarati, no initiation, pure love for Krishna. Such powerful potency, all these stalwart acharyas they have. So many things happened, but Parameswari Das Thakur, he was one personality who accompanied all along Janava Devi to Vrajamandal and to Gauramandal after the disappearance of Nityananda Prabhu and very close to Lord Nityananda. So now we will be hearing about the glorious pastime of Madhavendra Puri. Madhavendra Puri's birthplace, which is in the top side, it is actually a deserted area. There is a place called as Navagram in Bangladesh, the appearance place of Advaita Acharya. 5 kilometers from Navagram is, not 5 kilometers, few kilometers from Navagram is Brahmagon. And Madhavendra Puri appeared there at Bangladesh. Almost we can say Madhavendra Puri's and Advaita Acharya's birthplace are very nearby, just only few kilometers. Navagram is birthplace of Advaita Acharya and Brahmanagon. It is the birthplace of Madhavendra Puri. Then later he shifted his residence from there to here. And Madhavendra Puri, we all know that when he was sitting in Govinda Kund, which is under the foothill of Govardhan, actually he was chanting and then he was meditating on Krishna's pastime. He was fasting. We all know Krishna appeared there and then requested that here no one should fast. And when Madhavendra Puri asked, how do you know that I am fasting? Krishna replied that the girls who are, the women who are fetching water, they gave this message to me. And he gave him a pot of milk. Madhavendra Puri drank. And then Krishna disappeared, saying that he will come back to get the pot of milk. Then in the dream, actually, Madhavendra Puri had a dream in his vision, the same Krishna appearing. Then he was lamenting, oh, it was the same small boy who appeared in front of me giving this pot of milk. And then he was actually taking Madhavendra Puri to a nearby jungle, Gopala Prakrita Stali, where he was saying that I am being buried under the beneath the soil. You have to take me up and then my worship should happen here. Anyhow, devotion builds temple. That's the point. Because here actually Krishna wanted to reveal himself through Madhavendra Puri. And what is the identity of Madhavendra Puri? Like in Paramesvari Das Thakur, he was Arjuna Shaka. And here Madhavendra Puri, his identity is Kalpa Vriksha. Whatever pastimes actually the divine couple Radha Krishna enacts, the one and only witness, even sometimes the Shakis, they don't enter under the bhavas when these two personalities, Radha Krishna, they are enacting their pastime. But the only witness for all those pastime is only Madhavendra Puri, the Kalpa Vriksha. That's why actually our parampara starts from Madhavendra Puri. He is actually the connecting link for Madhva Sampradaya, Brahma Madhva Sampradaya and Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. The connecting link starts from Madhavendra Puri. Because actually he is the only witness for Radha Krishna pastimes at Goloka Vrindavan. And actually he can be only the connecting link. That's why Madhavendra Puri is a complete, he is externally unconscious of the surrounding, internally contemplating only on Radha Krishna because his intimacy to Radha Krishna is well known. That's why Lord Chaitanya used to say that the root of Krishna Prema is Madhavendra Puri. He is the storehouse, and whomever he desires, he can bestow pure love for Krishna. Then he had a dream. Then actually, with the help of the local villagers, he took up Gopala deity, and then there was an elaborate arrangement to perform the Abhishek ceremony. So Madhavendra Puri had such a dream, and we all know that how he came out. He was wonderfully worshipped, and then later he also shifted from here to Srinathji. But our generally the devotees say that our ISKCON festivals are very elaborate and then mesmerizing, because this worship, whatever we do, the standards, whatever Madhavendra Puri, so he set the role model, we are following it. And then Madhavendra Puri again had the second dream, in which he was instructed by Gopal that still my temperature is not cooling down. I am feeling intense heat. Though Abhishek ceremony with many pots of milk and water was poured, still I am feeling intense heat. Now you should go to Jagannath Puri, bring me special sandalwood and camphor. Then he set out on the journey, personally, physically. On the way only, he met Advaita Acharya at Shantipur. Just by seeing Madhavendra Puri, Advaita Acharya immediately understood. Already, actually, the birthplace is at Navagram. He also know that personality. But here, actually, after seeing Madhavendra Puri, he took initiation from Madhavendra Puri. They discussed about pastimes of Krishna. And then Advaita Acharya also organized a big festival, Dwadasa Tithi, Govinda Dwadasa Tithi, before Gaur Purnima, celebrating for the disappearance day of Madhavendra Puri. And when Mahaprabhu saw that whoever honors Prasad on this Govinda Dwadasa Tithi, they will get pure love for Krishna. And from there, after bidding farewell to Advaita Acharya, he came to Ramana. We all know the famous pastimes which Gopinath enacted for Madhavendra Puri. He is known as Shirachora Gopinath, the thief. Why he is thief? When Bhoga is offered to the deity, the Lord has the full authority. But after he partakes the Bhoga, it is known as Prasad. But he stole the Prasad, which is the property of the devotees. Actually, Gopinath doesn't have the right to enjoy the Prasad. He has the right only to enjoy the Bhoga. So we all know that still for the intimacy he had with Madhavendra Puri, he stole the pots of kheer, and then he kept it for Madhavendra Puri, and then later it was informed to the Pujari. Then actually Pujari, again, the early morning, he cried out, "Who is Madhavendra Puri? Who is Madhavendra Puri?" And he gave this kheer to him, saying that the Lord has personally stole this kheer and then hid this kheer besides the deity's cloth. He just only desired Madhavendra Puri. If I know the recipe, I can make such a recipe for my Gopal. And he was actually feeling guilt. But Gopinath reciprocated. And that's why it's called as Amrita Keli, the nectar. And then from there, we all know that he went to Jagannath Puri, and then he brought sandalwood and camphor. And he again came back to Chichor Gopinath, where he again had the third dream, saying that you have brought sandalwood and camphor for me for this Gopal deity form. But I am here present as Gopinath. We are non-different. If you apply this sandalwood paste to me in my Gopinath form, it is similar to applying the sandalwood paste to my body. I accept it. Then actually he stayed there. Then he stayed there till the last moment of his life to serve Gopinath deity. So such reciprocation was there. We can also see the Samadhi Mandir of Madhavendra Puri at Ramana, and also his Murti. So what we can learn from Madhavendra Puri is that actually he was completely externally not aware of his surroundings. He was completely immersed, absorbed in the pastimes of Krishna. And we all know that mind is always distracting us. So the expert devotee, he should be expert in stealing the time to remember, contemplate, and meditate on the pastimes of Krishna. Devotee means like how Krishna is a stealer of butter. Devotees, they should be expert in stealing time. Stealing time for what purpose? To contemplate, meditate on the pastimes of Krishna. So Madhavendra Puri is very, very closely associated with all the transcendental pastimes of Radha Krishna. Our parampara also starts from Madhavendra Puri. And at Ramana, he was just reciting this verse. Aidina dayardra nata he, matura nata kado valokya Hridayam tvaddaloka kataram, dayita brahmyati kim karom yaham. O my Lord, O most merciful Master, O Master of Mathura, when shall I see you again? Because of my not seeing you, my agitated heart has become unsteady. O most beloved one, what shall I do now? This is actually the verse recited by Srimati Radharani at Kurukshetra. So this was the mood which Madhavendra Puri was carrying, the separation mode. So that's why actually Mahaprabhu's pastime, we should desire that we should dive deep into this pastime, because actually to dive deep into this pastime, Krishnadasa Kaviraja Goswami and Vrindavan Das Thakur has given this wonderful literature, Chaitanya Charitamrita and Chaitanya Bhagavat, but it is actually exchange of emotions which one should experience. Okay, discussion is one part, but one should also experience. And that mood was experienced by Madhavendra Puri, and the same mood what Lord Chaitanya experienced, the same mood was reflected in Madhavendra Puri. And we are also encouraged to experience those loving emotions. And if we start to experience those loving emotions, then actually whatever may be the adversity of or grief in this material world will not have any impact on us. It may be there, but we may not be affected by that. And at the last stage of life, when we contemplate and meditate, one is sure to go back home, back to Godhead by the mercy of such Acharyas. There is no doubt on that. They are so powerful. Okay, it's nice to think that I am fallen, I am hopeless, but at the same time, we should also have tremendous faith on these stalwart Acharyas. By their mercy, we will be always in the orbit of Radha and Krishna to serve them eternally. They are our caretakers, the Acharya. Acharya Bhakti is very, very important. So that's why we should develop so much attachment to this stalwart Acharyas. Attachment is very, very important. We have attachment to so many things and to so many persons, but if it is diverted to these stalwart Acharyas, we are sure to attain perfection of life very soon. It's by the mercy of Panchatattva and their associates. So this verse also, when Lord Chaitanya entered into Chichor Gopinath temple, he was not even able to utter the complete verse or even the first line. Ayi, when he Ayidina, not even Ayidina, Ayi, then he used to faint down. So these are all actually to be experienced. So now we'll be also hearing about the glorious pastimes of Srimad Sita Thakurani, the consort of Advaita Acharya. So when Nimai was born, we all know that the name Nimai was given by Sita Thakurani, and she brought all paraphernalia to worship Nimai, the turmeric powder, the kumkum, and also lion nails, many things she brought so that he should be worshipped with diligent care and attention. And Nimai actually, when he saw Sita Thakurani, he felt so much joy because Sita Thakurani is none other than Yogamaya. Yogamaya and Pauranamasi. Sometimes devotees ask, what is the function role of Yogamaya and Pauranamasi? Yogamaya is actually the complete deluding energy. It is complete. And one specific form of Yogamaya is Pauranamasi in organizing and facilitating. Executing. Execution, we can say it's a Pauranamasi, but overall background, it's only Yogamaya. That's why when Nimai appeared, he made not everyone to chant, but even that was a lunar eclipse, no? Chandragrahan. So even the moon got ashamed. I am feeling that everyone is praising me and glorifying me for my beauty, but my beauty is nothing compared to Nimai's beauty. That's why the Chandragrahan came, that Rahu actually overshadowed the beauty of Chandra. You are nothing. That's all. See, everyone should see the moon like lotus face of Nimai Pandit. She was actually Malini, the wife of Srinivasa Thakur, Sita Thakurani. They used to give many instructions to Sachidevi how to caretake a Nimai, and like it's an art of parenting. They used to give many instructions on that. And Sita Thakurani, one perfect example of Sita Thakurani, that she is the Yogamaya in Chaitanya Leela, is that they actually wanted to serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally, because when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to come at the house of Advaita Acharya, because every year Advaita Acharya, the Shantipur team, goes to Jagannath Puri. They used to stay at a house near Gambira. So at that time, Mahaprabhu will be accompanied with many Vaishnava sannyasis. But Advaita Acharya and Sita Thakurani, they wanted to personally serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when they were coming, all along the way, there was a heavy rainstorm that all other Vaishnava sannyasis disappeared, and only Mahaprabhu could enter their home. And to their full satisfaction, for one day, they served Mahaprabhu personally. So Yogamaya can do all such tricks and techniques. Whatever Krishna desires, Yogamaya facilitates everything. So actually, she is highly appreciated in Vrindavan Leela and also in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela. Sita Thakurani ki jai. Then Rukmini Devi. So we all know that Rukmini Devi, she is very submissive. Satyabhama is not submissive, but they are all in a dear way serving Krishna. Krishna considers them equal. Krishna accepts all the bhava of the devotees. So whatever it may be, whether it is in a submissive way like Rukmini Devi or in a non-submissive way like Satyabhama, they love Krishna very dearly. So here Srila Jiva Goswami says that Rukmini Devi is a plenary portion of Srimati Radharani. In Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, like from chapter 52 to 54, like Krishna kidnaps Rukmini and the message of Rukmini and the marriage of Rukmini. That's all nicely described. But the key things which we can take is that Rukmini Devi fell in love with Krishna just by hearing the glorious activities of Krishna from the lotus mouth of Narada Muni. So like how Rukmini Devi fell in love with Krishna, we should also fall in love with Krishna by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, and we should also fall in love with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by hearing Chaitanya Charitamrita and Chaitanya Bhagavat. So hearing is actually the perfect medium to fall in love. That's why whether one is a sannyasi or a brahmachari, they all should get married. Why? They all should get married to Srimad Bhagavatam. They all should get married to Chaitanya Bhagavat. In that way only they can fall in love with Krishna. If you want to fall in love, we just have to hear. So hearing has so much potency. But actually that hearing potency is somehow or other being misused. But when it is perfectly used, one is sure to get love for Krishna. Thus the hearing is so potent. I'm not going a detail of how Krishna got married to Rukmini Devi. But as a sadhaka, what we can learn from such pastime to fall in love with Krishna. And everyone actually, the 16,108 queens of Vrindavan, and they were discussing among themselves how they fell in love with Krishna and how Krishna married them. So in that way, actually, 16,108 stories happened. In that way, actually, it was also serving a nice platform for the Dwaraka queens to hear about the glorious transcendental activities of their beloved husband. And Rukmini, actually her loving sentiment and mood increased when there was some restriction, because father Bhishmaka was in favor, but again brother Rukmi was not in favor. Anyhow, that acted as a catalyst to increase love for Krishna. That's why in material world, generally, when one want to love Krishna, read Srimad Bhagavatam or chant holy name, no one is going to encourage. There is sure to face obstacle. That obstacle is only a catalyst to increase our love for Krishna. And after Krishna disappeared, actually only one queen, she was not disturbed. She was just continuing with her own daily activities. All other were lamenting. Everyone, they were lamenting, except only one queen. And who was that queen? She was none other than Kalindi, Yamuna. So when all other queen petitioned her, what is her reason? Then she told that I heard Srimad Bhagavatam from the lotus mouth of Uddhava, so I don't feel separation of myself with Krishna. So they all came, the queens of Dwaraka, to Hastinapur, and then actually, place was arranged at Mathura, so that they all wanted to come to Kusum Sarovar to hear Srimad Bhagavatam from the lotus mouth of Uddhava. So at the time, accompanying the queens of Dwaraka, Parikshit Maharaj also came. So Parikshit Maharaj was also supposed to sit for 1 month, because this Bhagavatam, which Uddhava described to the queens of Dwaraka, it was for 1 month. And that Bhagavatam, we know that Sukadeva Goswami, he recited to Parikshit Maharaj is for 1 week. Actually, Uddhav told, you go and then take care of Kali personality. So I will recite Bhagavatam to the queens of Dwaraka. So in that way, actually, he was denied, because Uddhava know that Sukadeva Goswami would speak Bhagavatam very soon to Parikshit Maharaj. So after hearing Bhagavat for 1 month, again, their feeling of lamentation, I can say, that disappeared. And actually, how Uddhava appeared there, because in Kusum Sarovar we all know that he is still residing there in the form of a creeper known as Gulmalata. So there was a heavy tumultuous Kirtan, and when there is Kirtan, then Uddhava appeared in his form, and then he recited Srimad Bhagavatam for 1 month. So in that way, actually, Srimad Bhagavatam, they actually personally served Krishna, but still, after the disappearance of Krishna, they were not able to cope up with the mood of separation. Only after Bhagavatam, actually, that lamentation mood was quenched. So we should also appreciate the glorious work of Krishnadasa Kaviraja Goswami and also Vrindavan Das Thakur for giving us such wonderful Chaitanya Bhagavat and Chaitanya Charitamrita, because actually that is the only medicine for this people in this age of Kali. And there is a temple called as Kotiyur at Kerala in South India, North Kerala. This temple is a Shiva temple. Only few days are opened in 1 year. At that time, there was a great devotee who was an ardent worshipper of Guruvayurappa. His name was Pundanam. So actually, he used to recite Srimad Bhagavatam here, especially the chapter how Krishna teaches Rukmini. And when the next day come, the bookmark will be in the, after reciting the chapter, he used to put the bookmark at the end of the chapter. But when he came for the next day, the bookmark will be again in the starting point. So like that, actually, it was happening. And one day after his Bhagavatam recitation, he came out of the temple. Then only he realized that he kept the Srimad Bhagavatam inside. And at that time, the door was locked. And inside the keyhole, he could see some person reciting Srimad Bhagavatam, and it was the Lord Shiva reciting the same chapter, how Krishna teaches Rukmini to Parvati Devi. After reciting Bhagavatam, Shiva asked to Parvati Devi, so how was my Bhagavatam recitation? Parvati Devi replied that it's nice, but it's not that good as Pundanam used to describe. So such pastime. Then Lord Shiva told, that's why I kept the bookmark in the starting page, because I wanted to hear repeatedly how Krishna teased Rukmini and those pastime from the lotus mouth of Pundanam. So we all know that, see how Lord Shiva, Parvati, they all want to hear eagerly about such glorious pastimes. And when Arjuna was sleeping, there was Rukmini, there was Satyabhama, and was Narada. Because we all know that why Bhagavad Gita was spoken to Krishna, not to the other Pandavas. Why Arjuna is so dear to Krishna. So even while Arjuna was sleeping, he was chanting Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. But for us, when we take our beat back, we sleep. But Arjuna, even in his sleeping hours, he used to chant. That's the difference between Nitya Siddha and Nitya Baddha. So seeing such how lovingly Arjuna was chanting the holy name of Krishna, then immediately Rukmini Devi started to clap her hands. Narada started to play his musical instrument Veena, and Satyabhama, she started to dance. All such pastimes all happened along with Rukmini Devi. Then Radha Ramanji, the stylish god, the three-bended form, Suyambhu, he came from Damodar Sila when Gopala Bhatta Goswami went to river Gandagi at Nepal. And at that time, a wealthy person gave to Gopala Bhatta Goswami valuable ornaments and cloths. Gopala Bhatta Goswami also wanted to worship the Lord in a personal way. Shalagram Sila is non-different from the Supreme Lord. But personal form is more dear to devotees than actually in order to fulfill the desire of the devotee. Gopal Bhatta Goswami from the Damodar Sila, Radha Ramanji appeared. Then actually this news was conveyed to Rupa Sanatan, other Goswamis. They all felt joy and they came there. A beautiful festival was organized, inaugurated. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says that if one takes darshan of Radha Raman, it is equivalent to taking darshan of Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Govindji, Radha Gopinath, and also the other Goswami temples also. He is very, very personal, reciprocative. He's very, very attractive. Though his figure may be only not even more than a feet, but he is still very attractive. Radha Ramanji. Shri Radha Ramanji ki jai. Then sometimes question may ask, there is no Radha Rani beside Ramanji. Then why we are calling him as Shri Radha Raman? So there is a nice pastime. A few days before, when we were in Vrajamandal Yatra, we came to a place called as Kadamkandi. It is very near to Sudevi's spot. The place is called as Sunhera. Just 2 kilometers from Sunhera, the birthplace of Sudevi Gopi, there is a place called as Kadamkandi, and there lived a Naga Baba. So actually, Naga Baba, when he was walking, there was thorny bushes. It immediately fell down upon him in such a way his matted hair, it got locked. For continuous 3 days, he was trying on his effort to get him rescued, but the thorny bushes was so heavy, felling all along the way that he could not get him released. So then he started to fast. Then a small boy appeared, asking him, "Baba, can I help you?" Then he told that the person who put me in in such situation, if he appears, then I can take his help. Don't touch me, don't come near. Then that small boy appeared. Who is that person? He told, it is Krishna. Then that small boy, he showed his form with his flute and peacock feather. I am the same person. Now I am ready to help you. Still that Naga Baba was reluctant. Who are you? Are you Dwaraka Krishna or Nikunja Bihari Krishna? My Nikunja Bihari Krishna is always with Radharani. You are personally present before me, but without Radharani. So how can I accept your service? Then immediately Radharani appeared. Baba, we both are one. We are never separated. Then seeing both of them, he started to cry in tears. Then Naga Baba asked, don't just rescue me from these thorny bushes. I always want to roll in ecstasy with pure love for your lotus feet. So similarly, our bondage is also like thorny bushes only. We have so many complications. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is freely giving this pure love for Radha and Krishna freely. So we should accept that. So here actually we can say that Radharani is all along present with Krishna. So similarly, we should never think that actually Ramanji is alone. No, Radharani is there. Actually, even in that altar, they keep a separate altar space for Radharani. Though Radharani is not visible to us in our tangible eyes, Radharani is also personally present there. So Jajigram, Srinivasa Acharya Sripat, the glorious Acharya, Mani Manjari, a spiritual disciple of Gopala Bhatta Goswami, and Srinivasa Acharya, when he was at Jajigram, he was seeing how his disciple Ramachandra Kaviraj was being carried in a palanquin. So he was murmuring, gossiping that if he takes to devotional service, it will be so good. And Ramachandra Kaviraj got married, but still he was contemplating on the instruction of Srinivasa Acharya. The next day, he came all along with his wife to take darshan, and he surrendered himself to Srinivasa Acharya. He became his great disciple, Ramachandra Kaviraj, Govinda Kaviraj. And this is actually the worshipable deity of Srinivasa Acharya at Jajigram, Mahaprabhu, and then the Sadbhuja Murti form, Gaur Neta in various postures, And also Srinivasa Acharya's Sri part is in many places, not only in Jajigram, then also at Vana Vishnupur. Many places are there, Srinivasa Acharya. So these are all the places of Vana Vishnupur. If you visit the Srinivasa Acharya, he finally wounded up his pastime near there where his samadhi is being kept there. So he was a stalwart devotee. So the literatures which were written by the Goswamis of Vrindavan, it lost and it was retrieved by Srinivasa Acharya. And Srinivasa Acharya was the personality when Lord Chaitanya proclaimed Srinivas, Srinivas, Srinivas. And his father, after seeing how Mahaprabhu took sannyas from Kesava Bharati, he was just crying all day, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. And then he was named as the Chaitanya Das. Srinivasa Acharya daughter, Hemalata Thakurani, she is also a stalwart, can say Acharya in our parampara, a great stalwart devotee. Many more pastimes are there associated with Srinivasa Acharya. So this is actually the Samadhi Mandir of Srinivasa Acharya. He wounded up his pastime here at Vana Vishnupur. And also Bir Hambir, that king, he was also delivered by the mercy of Srinivasa Acharya. So they are all great stalwart devotees carrying along their hearts Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu's Nama Sankirtan Leela. So our mind should get absorbed in such deep, glorious pastimes. And certainly these stalwart preachers who always carry Krishna Mahaprabhu in their heart, they are fully empowered with the power of attorney to give pure love for Krishna. So spiritual life means nourishing hope after hope. So yeah, our condition is hopeless, but these stalwart Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas, they are imbibing life in our heart. So we should be always grateful, and we should always pray for their mercy. And they are there to give pure love for Krishna. And they have descended in this material world only to assist the missionary spirit of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, Hare Krishna. With this, I am ending. If you have any query questions, you can ask me. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you. Thank you so much for wonderful class, Prabhu. Beautiful pastimes. Devotees, if anybody have any questions or realization would like to share, please unmute yourself and please go ahead.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. Prabhuji, my question to you is about Srimati Rukmini Maharani. You mentioned about the dialogues between Narad Muniji and Rukmini Mataji. So could you please give me some reference or the book where we could read more about? And about Janava Devi also, is there any dedicated book about her, like biography or something, the piece of work that she has dedicated to devotion? Thank you.
If you want to hear more about the pastimes of Janava Mata, Bhakti Ratnakar, written by Srila Narahari Chakravarti Thakur. That is a good book because actually whatever the places Janava Mata traveled, the Gauramandal Dham Darshan and the Vrajamandal Dham Darshan, in detail is explained by Narahari Chakravarti Thakur in a book called as Bhakti Ratnakar. And Rukmini Devi's pastimes, yeah, it is vividly described in Srimad Bhagavatam. But if you want to get more commentaries Srila Jiva Goswami, he has also mentioned the books of Jiva Goswami, and even the books, actually, it will be like a rasa study, where actually the Goswamis have given about the Aishwarya, Madhurya, and also the Parakya Bhava, like the Gopis' love for Krishna, and also the Rukmini's love for Krishna, official marriage and unofficially married. So they are all in, we can say, they are all more esoteric. We can just know in, no need to know in detail, because they are all more esoteric, because only when we can advance, we can highly appreciate. But at least whatever is given in Srimad Bhagavatam, as far as the esoteric topic is concerned, it is more than sufficient. But for Janava Devi, yeah, we can certainly refer Bhakti Ratnakar. Hare Krishna.
Eternally grateful to you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranams. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. By your classes, you take us to Gaurmandal Parikrama and give us darshan of the deities worshipped by great devotees and the Dham. Very, very unique and very much, needed for us, because we don't know much of pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates. So very, very grateful to you, Prabhuji, for bringing this unique session and connecting us to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu and their associates. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hari Hari, my prayers from Sridham Mayapur.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Lalitangi Mataji. Devotees, if anybody have any questions you want to ask for Prabhu.
Okay, so with this we will end up this. Vancha kalpa tarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for wonderful class, Prabhu. We look forward for your recitation again in the future. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Let us pay obeisances to Prabhuji and all the Vaishnavas. Srila Prabhupada Gaurahari Prabhu.
Hari Bol,
Thank you so
Prabhuji,
much,
Hare Krishna, Dandavat pranam.
Nityananda, thank you so much.